The greatest deception of modern times is the idea that freedom means doing whatever you want, whenever you want. True freedom isn't the absence of structure, it's finding the right structure. Look around. We're drowning in options but starving for direction. We have more choices than any generation in history, yet we feel more trapped than ever. Why? Because without discipline, choice becomes chaos. Without boundaries, freedom becomes paralysis. The ancient philosophers understood what we've forgotten. Discipline is not the enemy of freedom, it's the foundation of it. When you can't control your impulses control you. When you can't direct your focus, the world directs it for you. When you can't command your day commands you. Think of water. Unconstrained, it spreads thin, loses power, evaporates. But channel it through the banks of a river or the precision of a canal, and it gains force. It drives turbines. It carves canyons. Your energy works the same way. Without discipline, it dissipates. With discipline, it transforms. Let's be honest about something. Nobody, absolutely nobody, naturally feels like doing difficult things consistently. That's why waiting for motivation is a fool's game. But what about passion, you might ask? What about following your heart? Passion is the spark. Discipline is the fuel. The heart is a compass, not an engine. It points the direction, but discipline drives the journey. Every no to distraction is a yes to purpose. Every no to comfort is a yes to growth. Every no to instant gratification is a yes to long-term fulfillment. Your freedom expands in direct proportion to your discipline. Not sometimes, always. Consider the master pianist. Years of scales and arpeggios, hours of repetition, countless frustrated attempts. Is this pianist less free than the amateur who only plays when inspired? No. The master's fingers flow with a freedom the amateur can only imagine. The world doesn't respect your potential. It respects your output. Your talent is worthless without the consistency to develop it. Your vision is just a daydream without the structure to manifest it. Your goals are fantasies without the discipline to achieve them. We all face the same enemy. Not external obstacles, but internal resistance. The greatest battle you'll ever fight isn't against competition or circumstance. It's against the voice that whispers, "Enough," when you have more to give. Each morning when you wake up, you face a choice. Remain comfortable in your limitations, or do the work that sets you free. The work isn't glamorous. It's not posting about it. It's not talking about it. It's showing up when no one is watching. It's pushing through when motivation fades. It's remaining consistent when results seem distant. In Japanese archery, Kyudo, the archer doesn't aim for the target. They aim for themselves. The perfect shot comes not from focusing on the bullseye, but from mastering the stance, the breath, the release. The freedom to hit the center comes from the discipline of perfecting the process. Your discipline today creates your freedom tomorrow. But you must be willing to pay up front for what others pay later, with interest. While others seek comfort, you seek growth. While others make excuses, you make progress. While others defer decisions, you make them. Not because you're special, because you're disciplined. The paradox of modern life is that we've confused freedom with the absence of commitment. We change jobs, relationships, and goals at the first sign of difficulty, and wonder why we feel adrift. True freedom comes not from avoiding commitment, but from committing so deeply that action becomes effortless. Let me tell you what freedom really means. Freedom is moving without limitation. Freedom is creating without hesitation. Freedom is deciding without regret. Freedom is living unshackled by your own weakness. The world wants you distracted, consuming, following every impulse and calling it freedom. Real freedom is the opposite. It's the power to direct your focus, to control your impulses, to shape your days, and ultimately, your life. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's becoming who you want to be. So tomorrow when the alarm sounds, remember, that moment of decision isn't just about today's workout or today's task. It's about who you're choosing to become. The discipline you build today is the freedom you'll experience tomorrow. Choose wisely. Choose deliberately. Choose freedom. And remember, true strength isn't measured by what you can destroy. It's measured by what you build, one disciplined choice at a time. The ancient Spartans had a saying, "Sweat more in training, bleed less in battle." They understood something we've forgotten in our age of convenience. That discipline isn't just about self-improvement. It's about preparation for life's inevitable challenges. Think about the last time life blindsided you. A crisis, a setback, an unexpected challenge. Who weathered it better? The person who lived reactively, day to day? Or the person who had built systems, habits, and mental fortitude through consistent discipline? The undisciplined life is a house built on sand. It looks fine on sunny days, but collapses at the first storm. Nietzsche wrote about the concept of amor fati, the love of fate. Not just accepting what happens, but embracing it, even loving it. This isn't possible without discipline. The undisciplined mind rails against reality. The disciplined mind shapes itself to reality, then shapes reality in return. Let me tell you something you won't hear in most motivational speeches. Discipline isn't always dramatic. It's not always about 4 a.m. workouts or cold showers or extreme challenges. Sometimes the highest form of discipline is gentleness with yourself when you need rest. Patience when results are slow. Persistence when the path isn't clear. But make no mistake, this isn't permission for softness. It's recognition that true discipline is sustainable. And sustainability requires knowing when to push and when to recover. The marathon runner who never rests breaks down. The warrior who never sheathes their sword eventually falls. Ask yourself, where in your life are you confusing freedom with impulsivity? Where are you avoiding discipline because you framed it as restriction rather than liberation? Where have you surrendered long-term freedom for short-term comfort? I've felt it too. The resistance, the pull toward ease, the seductive voice that says, "You've earned a break when you've barely begun." This voice isn't your friend. It doesn't want your freedom. It wants your potential. Remember, discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. It's not about never falling. It's about how quickly you get back up. It's not about what you do occasionally. It's about what you do consistently. As you leave here today, ask yourself one question. What single disciplined action, if done consistently, would most transform my life 1 year from now? Then do that thing. Today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Because discipline isn't just the path to freedom. It is freedom. In a world that profits from your impulsivity, your distractibility, and your self-doubt, discipline is the ultimate act of rebellion. Rebel wisely, rebel consistently, and watch as the prison walls of your own making begin to crumble. The path of discipline awaits. Will you walk it? The choice, as always, is yours.